He is an American citizen, so he deserves to come back to the safety of the United States. But with that being said, he's also a deserter, and so he needs to go through all the proper channels that any other deserter of the United States Army would go through. The night prior to him leaving, he was there. We went to sleep. Certain people are on watch, obviously. And the next morning, Bowe Bergdahl was not there. We had his weapon, we had his body armor, we had all of his sensitive equipment, but we had no Bowe Bergdahl. There is no other alternative other than he purposefully walked away from his post. It's very rough because Bergdahl purposefully left, and so now we are trading 5 upper echelon Taliban members of the Taliban for Bowe Bergdahl, who is a deserter. It's very rough because I did spend 90 days immediately following his disappearance, where I spent a tremendous amount of time and energy, and members of my platoon as well, and my unit and the rest of the Army shifted just a tremendous amount of assets to eastern Afghanistan to find him when he didn't want to be found. So it's very rough. 5 years later, now he gets exchanged for 5 members of the Taliban when he purposefully walked away to begin this whole process. You have to think, being in Afghanistan, that it's absolutely crazy to think that someone would purposely walk away when we're continually getting blown up. We've been in small arms firefights numerous times. And so just to fathom that somebody would purposefully walk away, no one would ever seriously consider that until it actually happened. And you're just like, wow, this is just remarkable that someone willfully walked away into the Taliban's hands. I knew every member of my platoon very, very well. I knew where they came from. I knew what they did before the Army, what they wanted to do after the Army. I knew all of their strengths and weaknesses, as any other medic does in their infantry platoon. However, Bergdahl was very hesitant about sharing any kind of personal details. And nobody knew Bergdahl very, very well, and no one knew Bergdahl as well as you might know other people, because he wouldn't share those details. I did spend many, many hours in the back of MRAPs running missions with him, but nobody knew Bergdahl extremely well. A little bit here and there, but no one knew him very, very well. He wouldn't allow it. He was very quiet. He didn't share too many personal details. He loved just to stick to himself. He wasn't best friends with any one person. He was little friends with people here and there, but very, very quiet. He never outspoke about too much. He was just quiet.